Are you ready? Ready? Let's do it. Got a big black pickup. He's a rapping star. He flicks chickens. He sets a low bar. He thinks he's Jesus. See the watch he bought? He's big time crazy when he thinks he's not. He's a little bit la 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 la. A little bit Justin. Oh la 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 la. A little bit Justin. Hide your chickens, eggs are busting. He's a little bit Justin. He's a homo basher. He's an ageist too. Wishing cancer, heart attacks too. He hates old ladies. He's going to sue. He thinks he's Jesus. Come join his crew. Let's do it. He's a little bit la 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 la. A little bit Justin. La 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 la. A little bit Justin. La 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 la. A little bit Justin. Hide your chickens, eggs are busting. He's a little bit Justin. Ooh, a little bit Justin. Ooh, a little bit Justin. Okay, I clipped it by a couple of clips. I thought, I was gonna do the Todd Michael Schultz clip, the song that he composed just for me. I was gonna do that. Oh shoot! Oh, I'm echoing. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Hi everybody. Thank you for being here. This is another out my ass, off the cuff thing. Because sometimes there are little rumbles in the jungle, as we say. Well, no, I'm the only one that says that. So I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I have no life anymore. I'm retired. Well, I have a little life. I have more than I have a lot of fucking life, but I'm just sitting here not having one right now. So I want to say a few things about disregard, about being a second-class citizen. Okay, I'll embroider on this later. So before I get to running my mouth, I want to say hi to everybody. Errant Massa was here first, asking what dumpage is. I'm dumping. This is my dumpage. This is dumpage day. I love alliteration, don't you? Well, I don't care. I like it. Anyway, and Eileen Ebony, thank you for showing up. She's waving her kilt over there. She told me she was Melissa Boomer of the night. Hi, sweetheart. I'm glad your equipment failure is no longer hindering you. I went over there and gave you a thumbs up, Melissa Boomer of the night. You guys subscribe to Melissa Boomer of the night. She's doing some stuff that mostly I can't. Her brain is bigger than mine. So, and she goes off into areas that I'm not equipped to follow, but she's brilliant. And I know she's reaching an audience for what she has to offer. She's her website. Oh, Melissa, I can't remember. Anyway, something about she can steer you in the direction that you need to get a job. That kind of thing. She's an expert in that. Okay, who else is Killendall? Thank you. Hi, Killendall. I'm gonna bring Killendall on in a minute as soon as I quit blabbing. Hi, Killendall. Thank you for being here. Okay, who else is here? I think we got them all. Grant B. Hey, motherfucker. Critics. If I bash critics, that's racist. No, that's criticist. Jilly, hi, Jilly. Yeah, twice in one day. I know. I think maybe I'm having a stroke or something. I don't know. Yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes I get tiny bit agitated, and my doctor would approve of me controlling my blood pressure. And I think one of the how to relieve that, blow off a little bit, sort of like a pressure cooker. Yeah. So I think I covered everybody. There's 17. Oh, 6 drops. Yo, 6 drops. Girlfriend. Thank you for being here. Mud Brooker, howdy. Lee Veltman, hey. Thank you. That Amber chick. Boy, you build it and they'll come. Holy fuck. I told Maggie, Maggie found out that, I just sent out of my ass thing the other night, and she says, "Oh, I'm so glad you did that. It's good for you." And I said, "I was just going to do a few minutes," and I said, and then people came. That tickles me to no end, you guys. I got to tell you, that just absolutely blows me away. And thank you for that. Jonocide, Maggie is probably in her snuggy little bed in her onesie. She's probably sleeping. Oh, Mudbrooker, you have a stroke every day, sometimes twice. Mudbrooker, are you going there? Are you? I know what you're talking about. Enjoy being EB. Oh my God, the most exciting man in my life right now. Enjoy being is the most exciting man. He is being so bold and so resourceful and so, God, you guys, anybody who hasn't subscribed to his channel, go do it right this minute. I'll wait. While you go do that. I'm waiting. Okay, so yeah. This, of course, Grampy, I'm wasted. If you had to ask. Yeah, enjoy being is going on this life adventure with his shipping crates and getting them dragged to a plot of land. There are 2 of them. One shipping container is going to be storage. I don't know if he's going to do a workshop in there, but the other shipping container is already pre-wired for electricity. He's going to live in that one. He's gotten windows that he's going to install, because shipping containers are windowless. But anyway, it's just a fascinating thing he's going through. And he's our good friend. Maggie's my good friend. We've been hanging out for quite some time, but oh gosh, he used to be a film industry set creator, set painter, set guy. Those fake rocks that you see, the fake trees, like in the Lord of the Rings. He's one of the guys, maybe the main guy, who makes the clay things, the paper mache things look like real stuff, real organic. And he did other things too. I'm simplifying it, but anyway, and now he's I guess a lot of industry pulled out of there, and so he's free to do what the fuck he wants. I think he was 23, 24 years in that. Anyway, enjoy being. There was a huge fucking commercial for you. Yeah. Okay, so just to get shit started. Okay. Patrick, you and your gifts. Not gifts, but gifts. Gifts. Grandpa, you're such a fucking hoot. You know I love you. Enjoy being channel. Yeah, enjoy being making a break for it. Yeah. Jolly. Did I say hi to you already, Jolly? Prairie Queen. Hi, sweetheart. Thanks for being here. Uh, link to his channel. Scratch. Hi, Scratch. Subbed. Oh, good. Oh, Melissa, you are such a good sport. Thank you for doing that. Uh, you're gonna enjoy. Yay! Yeah, yay, yay. Yeah, the series. Thank you. Enjoy being. And he's done other stuff. You know, he goes on walks and shows the beautiful New Zealand local stuff. And his yeah, it's exquisite. If you ever want to get some real zen, go over there in EB's parts. Yeah. Okay, there's an app. What are you talking about? There's an app. Oh, no. Oh, there he is. Okay. Excuse me. I was on the YouTube tab, but I didn't see that. My current partner in crime is backstage, and we're gonna say hi. Hi, Kellendall. You're muted.
Hello.
Hello. Now we can hear you. I like the glasses.
I kind of do too, but you can see how bad my eyes are with them, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah, those are sort of like Coke bottle bottoms.
Yeah, when I was in boot camp, they gave me because these ones are like filed down, so they don't look nearly as bad as it really is.
Yeah,
But the
really.
ones in boot camp, like, whoa.
Really?
My-
Well, they had to withstand impact, sort of. So they had to be probably really sturdy, huh?
yep. They called me Mars. They said that with glasses like that, I could probably see what's going on planet Mars. So.
I like telescopic.
Yeah, yeah, they were big.
Well, good to see you, Killendall. I hope you're well. What'd you have for dinner?
I ate a Subway sandwich, turkey bacon ranch.
Mm, boy, Subway overwhelms me. Do you go in person or do you order online?
I just order online. Yeah, I don't.
Do you? Because going in there, there are so many choices. I kind of get a little boggled, because there's such an array of delicious shit, and some stuff I don't like. But man, yeah, I haven't done Subway in a really long time. Maybe I was having a bad relationship at the time, and it maybe soured every experience during that period. But I haven't. I should do that. And I read people's stories about look at my Subway sandwich I had, and they give you the list of what they had requested. Uh, yeah, yeah. So I Killendall, I invited you on here, and you and I are both, involved in this, and neither one of us have spoke publicly about our feelings. I haven't spoken too much about my feelings because I try to maintain a measure of dignity. Like her Royal Highness says, "Don't complain, don't explain." And it makes a good deal of sense because I think that's classy. Um, because number one, who wants to hear it? And number two, to be redundant, it's just not classy. But I want to make a couple of responses. Killendall, you had that video up, and I was in your chat, and you invited me to come on. You said, "Hey, let's do this," and I said, "No."
Yeah,
Once
it was like one of the sharpest no's I've ever received in my whole life
it
from
was
them.
very quiet. It wasn't in caps. I don't think I even
It was just like
capitalized the end.
no two thoughts about it, just a quick capital N, no.
Oh, I did do a capital N. Okay, sorry. So that was slightly emphatic. Yeah.
No, no.
Well, because I was just, I got set in my ways in regard to my reaction and my response to, yeah, the big breakup, the big canceled engagement, the big, uh, all that stuff. So I just closed the door, and that was it. I do talk about it because sometimes it kind of has to seep out. But I haven't really directly addressed a whole lot of stuff. But I didn't know what you were going to do, and I'm repeating myself. But I should have asked you questions about, okay, what are we going to be doing? Because I will not dox, I will not bash, I will not do any low blows uh, ever. Well, okay, I'm not a hypocrite. I have done some low blows, like Patrick, John Coleman, and Justin, because he was mean, and Rockman. Anyway, but in the normal day today, but I'm gonna speak. Okay, so anyway, your video, Killen, I thought it was very, very astute. It was, and
Thank you.
somebody asked me, okay, so Killendall's over there bashing, and I said, no, there's no bashing. That is not a bash. It's an analysis. It's a sort of a perspective of it.
Yeah.
It was definitely not a bashing.
There was a couple of jabs, I think you could say, maybe. I made a couple of jabs to hopefully maybe stir and cause some reflection, but it wasn't a bash for sure.
Uh, for sure. And the man in the glass, just what a heartbreaker. It's also uplifting in a way, but boy, it just makes you sit and be quiet for a minute.
A poem that perfectly written, there's tremendous value in that poem particularly, and it's just obvious throughout the whole thing, that it's just obvious. Like, you don't even have to go through a life of tribulation to see the absolute wisdom in that poem. And
Yeah, I know. It just really grabbed me. But you know what? And I hate poetry. Poetry leaves me stone cold. I don't like, but every once in a while, something is so good that I go all in. Um, yeah, the last poetry prose I appreciated was what, Amy Lowell Patterns, but that was when I was a kid. But anyway, I loved that. And but then Killendall, here's what I want to address. There were comments afterward
what do you
in your
mean?
comment section.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and someone made a very, very long comment assessing it. That everybody has a different point of view. We're as different as thumbprints. Everybody, and we need to allow that in each other.
I had written out a lengthy response which got lost, and I just figured it as a stroke of fate because I had a lot to say about someone coming into a public space telling me, and it was like a suggestion that I have no place to make speculations on things that occur in public spaces, which is the
Uh,
most asinine thing I've ever been suggested before. So
that doesn't even, that's incongruent. Yeah, it's a no, it's public. Everything's public. Your
right,
responses, the presentation,
yeah,
and
exactly.
why is it
So
out there
therefore, all
anyway?
the rights are built into it. Like, you have no right to say, you have no right to speculate. That's exactly what we should be doing, and we should be
It's called
speaking about
thinking.
it. Well, this is how we came to a census reality that has science as well developed as it is. Because when people say, I think things look this way, act this way, conduct things this way, someone says, obviously you're wrong here, here, and here because I've seen this, and let me show you. And then
Uh,
there's the trading of information, and when you try to inhibit that, it's a game of power and information control. It's a game of you
control.
have no, valid opinion because you don't have any X, Y, or Z, experience in proximity to this situation. But the thing that I'm speculating and commenting on is everything that was put forward to the public to be viewed by the public as a product for the public for their
Uh-huh.
consumption.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, anyway, I'm not going to tirade
Well,
off about it.
and hey, you eat something at a restaurant and then you go over to Yelp and report about, you give your opinion. It's what's done
Mhm.
these days. It's the internet. We do this. We all do this.
Mhm.
What? Judgy asshole. But anyway, there was this very lengthy statement, comment on your video, and it's a person who I'll probably eventually say the name, but right now I don't want to. This person somehow, on purpose slash inadvertently, blocked me a couple years ago,
Mm.
and so anytime this person comments on one of my shows, comments on somebody else's, because I'm blocked, I am not allowed to either say yay or poo poo or anything. I am denied
Yeah.
the ability to respond.
Yeah.
And we've joked about it all this time. We joke about it all the time about how this person has me blocked. But with that very lengthy comment, I wanted to respond so badly because, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but so I blocked this person. If this person wants me to unblock them, they will find a way to unblock the original block on me. Okay? Okay. So Zaphod Beeblebrox, I've blocked you because if you can't take the trouble to do that, because you've made many, many, many comments that I've wanted to respond to. And sometimes I go, and then so I say, at Beeblebrox, here I'm responding to you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm done doing that shit, Beebs. I've blocked you. Figure out a way to unblock me. You can come back. But here's how I want to respond to you, Beebs. And this is for more than just Beebs, more than just them. In your being up someone's ass, like I used to be, if you are going to be heartfelt and sympathetic to a couple of people, it's very sweet, it's very dear. Loyalty and compassion is certainly, they're certainly admirable. But you know what? Have you ever, ever, ever thought about the component that is me in this? Have you ever considered my feelings? Have you ever once considered my motivation? Have you ever once considered being a little more kind and understand? You know, where's the fucking humanity? Um, you know, people are just flailing around, criticizing, and judging. And okay, have any of you just come to me and asked, "What's up? Are you okay?" And I don't want to be Meghan Markle and say, nobody ever asked if I was okay. Well, yeah, Maggie did. I have good friends. I have Kill and I have Maggie, friends. But so that's what I wanted to say. And I've said this before. And you know what, you guys? You know what? Oh, God, got 24 listening. Oh, okay. This is for the critics. You know what? I've invited Todd to come on with Killendall and me. And we invited him. When was it? Killendall yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, it was like after the video I made. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And he said he couldn't right then. He's still processing out. I think he's still getting. You know, maybe he can be set. We're having fucking Todd on again, you guys. Sorry, not sorry. Um, yeah. If you can't be kind to your fellows, you're dead. Um,
Life is just going to
inside.
be so much more exponentially miserable if there's no possible pathway for redemption, that you will certainly want to kill yourself before long if you don't.
If people, if nobody gives you any morsel of hope, and sometimes all it takes is a speck of hope delivered from a stranger, even that can turn the tide, that can change things, that can alter the future. Um, fuck. Um, I don't. It's not like I lose any sleep over this, but
I don't. But it's interesting, and what I've thought about after yesterday, because it seemed like the video I made actually a nice little splash, was like
no.
I felt partially responsible for not being a more active contributor and maybe not being a more active voice, because
In regard to what?
just not sharing the ideas that I find valuable among the peers that I am in a peer
Oh,
group with,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it it creates a active response stimulation that, like, immediately after Todd made a video, and it's like, this is the alchemical process that's supposed to be there in group conversation that
Yeah.
really encourages along the conversation to a direction that's more meaningful, and it teaches everyone something else and brings in a wider spectrum of ideas and other things that are valuable.
Yes, yes, and it's all about part of the support, the validation, the acknowledgement, and or am I way off base here?
No, you're right. You're right. And then there's also the reality checks that people might desperately need to hear. And if you're in an echo chamber, constantly getting pats on the back until your arm's breaking off for patting, the same person or yourself on the back over and over again, always affirming your own
Oh, that's
beliefs.
yeah, that's like gaslighting. Uh,
Well, you
yeah,
disintegrate before long. I tell people, sit in an echo chamber until you disintegrate. And
you and your word breakdown and your yeah. You know what, Killendall? I don't know if I've ever told you this. I had a roommate. She was also my boss's associate. I had this roommate for 4 or 5 years. She was, and she said that there is such power in words, such power. There are reasons for words. They stimulate something in the brain that gives it some sort of a meaning beyond what you're reading, and it sometimes it's a means of real control.
well, words probably started off as a yes and no, you know,
Uh,
and
yeah,
then,
nodding first, and then grunting, and then yes, and then no.
well, the very first word was probably something representative of the word no, which is absolutely not going to let that fly.
Mm,
And words, what the word is very symbolic of what God is, which is everything. But words come from that zero space where no meaning is had, and then
uh,
it blossoms out. There's the spark of light, there's the darkness, there's the good, there's the bad, and then it starts to expand out as things are more and more appropriately identified with the value of words. It becomes an increasingly more meaningful thing. And
it's
yeah,
very very meaningful. And okay, here's a very small example. um, Say you want to be a lawyer, you have to take a test. It's a board test. It's called The Bar. My daughter took the bar, and my PhD talk therapist friend said, "Consider the significance of that word. Isn't it just intimidating? We're barring
Maybe
you."
not for a pole vaulter, but yeah.
Oh, I know. Well, unless you're Olympic caliber, you ain't gonna make it. Puh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a small example of it, and she, we talked for a long because we had dinner together, and she gave me so many examples, but that one stuck out because my daughter took the bar. She didn't pass it, so she'll take it again. But well, but I understand the California bar is really pissy difficult. Um, anyway, so Killendall. You mentioned don't slather people up if it's not sincere, if it's not truth and stuff. Many times, I've sort of left Todd without word. Okay, I'm talking about Todd, you guys. Todd Michael Schultz, who I fucking celebrate, y'all. I celebrate that guy. He was okay. He was a drug. Uh, he was a degenerate drug addict. He was on the same path my oldest daughter took unto her death. Todd was
I think I've
doing
lost a friend due to the. I don't know where this person is at all. He could be alive, but he could very well be dead too. And it's like
uh,
when you see that and you know that's happening, and it's happening to someone you actually know and care about. It doesn't matter if the next person you see that happening to is a stranger. It's like now vicariously through that previous experience, you give a fuck
and
because
because you know the progression, you know how it's going to go, and if you have any fucking heart at all, you're gonna say something. Saying stuff doesn't cost you anything.
we intimately know the progression. We do it with substances that are considered less harmful: caffeine, sugar, weed, alcohol. We do that all the time, and we are progressively degenerating our faculties and our ability to be what we could be, the best version of ourselves, because we are consigned to some level of defeatism when we do that. We have to be. We have
Yeah.
absolutely no belief or interest in plugging away through what is an obvious mountain of work or otherwise to get to the end goal of our dreams for ourselves.
Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, God, Kellen, you're way smarter than any of us. Uh, but
I doubt that, but
no, you always say
I'm
that.
articulate, Rob. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, well, self-deprecation is only charming for about 10 minutes. Anyway, uh, in regard to uh, Todd, okay, I wanted to bring him up again, but I totally lost my train of thought about that. Okay, we're gonna have him on, you guys, because I know what I was talking about. I was gonna tell you about my dead kid.
Hit me.
Um, he Todd said, "No, I'm not taking meth. I'm not taking meth. I'm not taking meth. I'm getting street drugs that are Adderall." But I kept kind of hammering at him. I kept up with him because it was very clear it was meth.
Yeah,
My daughter injected it after a while. Um,
which is technically classified as heroin, right?
no, this is a total wiry upper,
Okay.
total upper. Heroin will make you let a lion eat your a leg off, and you won't care.
Oh,
Meth is like makes you really hyper,
okay.
and after a while, you need it to feel normal. Just okay. In that regard, it's like heroin. After a while, you need to use
Well,
just
this
to feel normal.
this amphetamine epidemic is largely to blame at the hands of the psychology industry that started prescribing kids. What was it? It wasn't Adderall, was it? It might have been Adderall for what was
Well,
classified as
well,
ADHD at the time. They were just giving this
there's
shit out.
other stuff, and they start them as young as 9 months, folks. They start them as young as 9 freaking months. And I made a comment on somebody's stream. Oh, one no, a Facebook thing, and I was like slapped, saying, "You don't know what it's like having a child that blah blah blah." What kind of a fucking mother are you?
Yeah, yeah.
For eons, mothers have put up with deficient children, hyperactive children. Okay, I'm sounding like a really old relic right now. I have no place today. I'm glad I'm going to die soon.
No, you're
Uh,
not.
yeah, geez. Uh, uh, boy, I have such an archaic view of shit. But anyway, Todd is coming out the other side of it. And what I was going to say is that he recently, recently, very coherently talked about, yeah, he was on meth. I saw it. I recognized it. And man, okay, here I am being maudlin. You guys put up with it, deal with it. It's my fucking show. I saw him in the hospital with his mother watching the machines shut off, the life support machine shut off one at a time as each of the major organs fail. I saw that, and there's my motivation, y'all. I, I did that. That happened to my daughter. And so, of course, damn, I'm going to consider Todd worth saving. You, oh, not like I'm Jesus and I can save him and lay hands on him, but you know what? If my kind words um, give him different thoughts,
Even a shred of something to like hold on to carry him through, because certainly like someone would stumble into a meth addiction on something as simple as curiosity, which is definitely enough to kill the cat.
no kidding.
And then if you have a compounded group of individuals harassing you, telling you, even though you've done this thing that we've literally clobbered you over the head to do, it's still unforgivable and you deserve to die and waste away and suffer as a piece of shit, then actually the most luxurious thing that person could do if they're going to consign themselves to that faith is smoke a bunch of meth, because at least they're going to be in some relative state of bliss while they're crashing and burning their way on out of this plane.
And boy, it's hard to witness.
You, yeah.
Hard to witness. And then that takes me to the other thing. Michael Omnieris, I wish you would let it go. My wish is that you, Michael Omnieris, will take that down. I think you've gotten appropriate revenge. I think you've gotten
I say
appropriate
so. And one of the most
salve.
gratifying too, like the guy he totally clobbered, came back and said, "You were right. You've helped me. I appreciate what you have done." Like
You
it
know
doesn't
what?
get any sweeter than that.
That is the really amazing thing about it. What Michael Omnieris did, I think, really did contribute to the healing of Todd and his journey to sobriety. God, you know what? That makes me all fucking happy inside.
So that's why I kind of feel two different kind of ways about things right now, Robin, because he was
I know.
ultimately an act of good, but I think
But
it's
it was
almost
so mean and
no,
nasty.
it's just where it is now. Like if once the breakthrough moment occurred, he then became part of the solution to help Todd, become an actual better person, which he has no responsibility to do, of course. But like, if you're going to be making a show on the internet about you lunking people over the head for being jackasses, and you don't want to be seen as a jackass, then you need to have some humanity to you. And if you're
Yeah.
failing to represent the humanity, then you're just another part of a bigger problem somewhere else. If you're not,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be the boss of anybody. Lord knows nobody can ever boss a Virgo. But um, Todd did, and he's been made fun of for saying, I would, take it down, blah, blah. But like Todd said, and this is the real world. If he's trying to get a gig, and if he's trying to really recover and heal, and okay, Reemsy, I want to tell Reemsy, I want to tell you something too, dear. I have adored you. Um, you had said many times, all I want is for Todd to get better. All I want is for Todd to heal. Uh, that stuck with me. See, Todd's healing. Can you let it go now? Can you? Yeah, I wish you could. And Michael, I'm not your mom. I'm not the boss of you. We're not even friends any longer. But damn, Michael, I know there's a heart inside there. I've seen it. I've seen it when I've held your hand when you needed your hand to be held. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I know, I know there's humanity in there. I've seen it before.
I don't even know if they need to right any wrongs, Lee, as much as they just need to let uh something go. Maybe, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
you're looking at the chat. I have not looked at the chat in for the last half hour that I've been blabbing.
yeah, I mean, it would be
So,
ideal if their little program had some kind of back end that actually looked to take care of people that were willing to repent and be repentant. But it's transcended to a place of just maliciousness, and I think that's and this is just where I think that's symbolic of the fact that what we need to do at this moment is put attention on them, Michael and Reemsy, and give them our support, because there must be something going on that we're not privy to that needs love and attention.
um, boy, and I've, for months now, uh, I would not speak against my friends because, gosh, I thought we were good friends. But like Reemsy said, it's only YouTube, so it's like it's not valid, but it's been very valid. And yeah, I don't hate you guys. You hurt my feelings because number one, you really disrespected my judgment. You kind of ignored my feelings. I thought I'd shared enough of myself with you that you would have gotten it. So, okay, I'm whinging as,
There's actually a really small percentage of people that can just be
excuse me.
that bitter and angry. It's not normal. It's inhuman. Um, I think when people are capable of that is because they have a lot of other shit going on.
And we're not privy to that.
Yeah, and we certainly have no right to know, but we definitely can call a spade when we see one and say, you know, here's the line. And I don't even have to be the one that enforces it. I'm just going to show you where it is. I'm going to let you realize through the repercussions of your own actions why that's the line. And whether you choose to acknowledge it or not is your own problem. I had a weird relationship with this friend in the Navy. And this guy, he'd hand me a card. He'd say, go buy whatever you want from the store. And some wily spirit in my
Mhm.
soul said, I'm going to get something. I'm not going to tell him about it. But he's giving me this weird permission slip. So I'm going to test this man. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. And he immediately knew because he's very smart about his money. He knew that there was like $2 more spent than what he observed me consuming after the fact. And I knew he knew at some level. But I kept doing it. He tested me 2, 3 times. He had friends in the store verify I was purchasing these extra products.
Oh,
And
that's weird.
he grew extremely resentful for me over it. Like $6 of like his money spent on Red Bulls. And the dude just could not get over this. And he was actually the local ship barber.
How weird.
And so he's the only guy cutting hair one day, and I needed to get a haircut that day, so I go in and get a haircut. And he's like, you know what? I got a really good idea for a haircut for you. Do you mind if I do some things? And he kind of really revealed to me the level of misery he's under by taking some weird haircut revenge out on me. But the funny thing was is
Hmm.
it didn't even look like a bad haircut. It looked like some cholo or some shit. But like,
Yeah.
if you had never seen me before, you'd be like, "Oh, that's a normal looking haircut."
Okay.
And it, so it didn't really have the impact in the general sense. And I was able to have some weird paraconscious level of it where it didn't even phase me. It didn't
Well, it
even
shouldn't.
fucking phase me because it was a shitty hair. I never liked my hair short like that anyway. So it was all shit to me either which way you sliced it. But I still kind of pushed the envelope, and I forgot where I started the story, so I forgot the point I'm making. But
Thank you.
perhaps it's
Even
perhaps
young
it's
people
made
do
itself. Yeah, perhaps it's made itself.
that.
Um,
I can't remember how you started either. We're in
yeah,
trouble, Dylan.
yeah. But the, I can't even remember the vaguest of ideas that I was trying to nail down
I
there.
know.
So
Can anybody remember in the chat? Okay,
no,
never mind. It's the chat's too sad.
but it's just kind of symbolic of the karma I think of people and the way we interact with each other. I think if you if you want to take out your aggressions on people, you do need to be careful as to what permission slips you're giving them because to say get anything, get
Yeah.
whatever you want, and he was like
It,
obviously playing a game of it, and I was playing right back. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get me a Red Bull, dude.
well,
If you want me to run to the store for your lazy fucking ass, I'm gonna get me a candy and a Red Bull, and I'm only gonna show you the candy. And
but you were being tracked. That's kind
yeah,
of weird.
I was being trapped. This is the way people are too. Is so their world is this fucking big, dude.
Yes, yes, and you can like spot them frequently. Those who have tiny, tiny little worlds. Um, yeah, of course, there's the old standby living in his mother's basement. You can be doing that in your head too, y'all. Yeah, yeah, living tiny in your head. Um, okay, so I'm gonna go over there. You know what? Okay, I think I'm through dumping. Think I think I've covered what
I was
and
thinking it was going to be a shocker too, Robin, but you just wanted a vent.
I that's all it was. Sorry, I couldn't deliver,
No, you're
Killendall.
you're good. You're good.
Thanks. Oh, I know I am. But I have affidavits attesting to that. But um, Grampy Lobster, I don't know if he's crashed out or if he's still here. Grampy Lobster wanted to come on. Grampy Lobster had a show last night. Do you know Grampy Lobster, Killendall?
I've seen them on your show. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a motherfucker, and he's very dear. He's this crusty old fart, and he wanted to come on. I don't know if he's still there. Like I said, he might have fallen out. Um,
I'm sure he did. Yeah, I don't think
Uh,
I've seen any comments.
yeah, he was here at the beginning, and he was here. Okay. Oh, wait. There's something on the Facebook Messenger. Okay. Okay. I'm sending him the link. He's. I don't know.
He'll probably get it. Jolly Bridge Burner said, "Not in a million years would I bare my soul on here. There's too many people who then take a knife to it.
Uh,
If
I
you're
know.
really bearing your soul, like it's untouchable. It's untouchable. Like the only thing that's touchable is your physical person, which is subject to experience, which might mold your soul. But like the components of the story I just was sharing wasn't that soul bearing, but it was a definite piece of me. Like I'm the kind of person that when you try to test in small ways, sees it from a mile off and will fuck back harder than anyone you've ever seen before. And I'm almost a damn master of psychological warfare.
Oh no shit. You can because you can do words.
Yeah.
I and
I grew up on the internet as a 10-year-old against outrageous gamers who had problems with it, that, this, that, and the other. And I would get into the chat,
oh,
say a few sentences, and they would shut the fuck up. Because I can get in your head, I can see where you're coming from. I'll take a couple of your sentences and I'll get within 10 feet of you and I'll drop a landmine of knowledge that you will not even fucking realize.
you can even do it remotely. You know, be honest.
I can.
That's that. Okay. Thank you for reminding me about this really important point. Um. Okay. So I was bashed for betraying that tribe I was a member of. Okay, betraying them because I talked to an enemy. I hosted an enemy. I was sympathetic to an enemy.
Whatever that
Oh my
even
God.
means.
Okay, wait. Okay,
To
so but wait, Killington. Here's why I really felt free to do that.
They could accept it of me because I'm not on the inside, Robin, but you had gotten too close to the heart of things. You'd learn
I
personal
was the main old
details.
Grammy. I was the main Grammy for years,
See,
hundreds of shows. Okay, but here's what happened. Michael had a sidekick a couple of times. His name was what was his name? He was this fat kid. Sorry, I'm not a fat shamer.
it's all
Uh,
right.
uh, but he was this big kid with moles all over his eyelids. Max Ream. His name was Max Ream. Okay. He was a guest of Michael's. Okay. This is, you guys, please indulge me. This is a story, but it explains a lot. Max Ream was on Michael's show, and it was when I was a regular on Michael's show, and we did, and he was really kind of fucking annoying, but he was a young guy in his 20s. He was a gamer. Okay, he was a gamer. He did the game. Well, I have this granddaughter close to his age, my only granddaughter, who is moved away from her home state, and um, she ran a more than one gaming site. She was like the grand poobah of, I don't know how that worked. Anyway, she's so I kind of introduced this guy Max Ream to my granddaughter, and I told my granddaughter in advance, hey, there's this guy, because she knows I did a show with Michael Omni. And so anyway, they sort of started communicating. Okay, sort of started communicating, this guy. But then it got really icky. He started stalking my granddaughter. And he indicated that it's a 3 hour drive. I'm going to show up to your work and take you. That kind of a thing. He and she shared his texts to her. And uh, I was I was alarmed. I'm her grandmother. She's my only, uh, and she's a grown woman. Okay, she was of age. But yeah, so I told Michael about it, and then Michael said, "Oh my God!" And so Michael and me, Michael and I, and my granddaughter all agreed to block this guy simultaneously. It was a thing of beauty. So we did the countdown. Three, two, one. My granddaughter, me, and Michael blocked him all at the same time. Okay. Whew. Okay. And she was kind of where he knew where she worked. He was going to show up, and so at the time she lived with four gay guys, big gay guys who were furries. Yeah, but that's my granddaughter. Uh, but she alerted them, and one of them parked in her parking lot and waited for. But anyway, it was this big friggin' deal back then. Okay, but but then Michael had him on his show again two more times. After all that, after all the fear and loathing and all, that big drama story with him stalking my granddaughter, Michael had him on. So did Doc Savage. Had this Max Ream on again, and I was appalled. But did I make a big public flap about it? No. Did I whine and whinge about? No. But you know what? Michael, fuck you. I love you, but fuck you. Why am I not entitled
Because
to
that's a
have
that's a
somebody on my.
master submissive relationship. Friendships, real
No.
relationships have two-way streets of reciprocity. When people say "do as I say, but not as I do,"
My mother did that to me. Man, I'll never have a mother again, y'all. Don't you dare fucking try to be my mother. I'll stab you in the neck. Um, yeah, I know that was a little extreme, wasn't it?
yeah. Well, I think with Mikey, it's coming from a place of maintaining moral and ethical. Because when you demonstrate an ability to like wax the philosophical accurately, it sounds like you have a lot of truth and knowledge. And it sounds like you do know what's best. And it sounds that way. But the best philosophers spin out in their own hyperbolic pontifications. They lose bearing at some point because things get so accelerated. They get so contextually or relatively, meaningful only in these spheres. But with Michael, a lot of what he's been doing has been, governed around these moral and ethical components of like what kind of people we have in society and what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, it
That
used to be that way.
Yeah, well, it came from a place of observation at first, and then it came to him saying, "I have almost an authoritative like knowledge and understanding of this shit." And then
Hmm.
that's where it gets poisonous because he doesn't have enough of the context to safely deduce anything that he's really going hard about.
Yeah, yeah, and the way he hit me, what that drug addicted wretch did online was say, Michael, Michael, I'm going to come and kill you. Reemsy, I'm going to come and. This was a drug addicted raving. What I went through with this Max Ream guy was real shit. You can't compare it to just this drug addict's ravings that
Yeah.
mean nothing. He has had no power. Todd even says, I had no fucking power. I've never felt like I had any power.
Do you
But then,
think
huh?
do you think the personalization being directed at him was the sole overriding principle that he allows himself to make a different approach than what someone else would be able to?
I don't know. I don't know. I,
Do you think he's
I
like just because it's and that's what I think. I think he is, and all people are like this. We're all narcissistic to an extent. He his level of it basically has just allowed him to only really look at what's affecting him. And this is probably largely born of a serious case of depression. Like when someone's
yeah.
ultimately not happy with life, like even just whether or not they're going to take a drink or hit the bong or whatever, is all about finding just enough peace in the world to not feel miserable. And
Oh gosh, I wish relief from misery for everybody. Yeah.
where does that misery really come from or stem from?
Well,
That's
I
the
don't
biggest
know, but I
missing
wish
piece of
them
the
relief.
picture.
Yeah. I know there are ways to trace it. I know there are processes. I know
At
there are.
first, At first, it was that I believed in crazy shit. I almost fucked my life up, or did fuck my life up, and I'm gonna help you not believe in crazy shit and fuck your life up. But that message has totally changed. It's totally been redesigned, and it's now we need like his whole message lately has been we need to get these people locked up, lobotomized, and medicated, which is the medication ironically is where all of these meth addictions and all of these depravities ultimately stem from in our society. And so he's looking at the symptom, calling it the cause, and waving a fiery sword around about it. And he's just got it so fucking wrong, he's causing more problems.
Yes, I know. And it's such a cycle. So, Six Drops over in chat says Omnia Rimpsey dubbed her guilty by association, by proxy to Robin. Oh, well. Yeah, isn't that weird?
Guilty
Isn't
of
that
what?
weird? I am such
Gu- Guilty of
pariah.
having a heart?
I'm
Guilty
a
of feeling
pariah
compassion? Yeah.
for
Guilty of.
having a. And you guys, Todd is going to come on with Killendall and me. I'm looking forward to that. Damn you guys who don't like it. Sorry, not sorry.
I don't think they don't like it as much as they don't like someone going outside of what they think is an acceptable, like they wanted
Behavior.
to control. Yeah, they wanted to make sure that anyone who's in their pecking order has the fucking the plan, and they don't play outside of their little plan, and
You know
that's
what,
the violation.
Killendall? I never felt like that. I never felt like there were any restrictions because I thought these people knew me. My real life,
This is how
number
cults
one.
of personality develop. It's all inferenced.
I, I, it escaped me. I
It's
didn't know there were restrictions. I
yeah,
didn't
you either, and this is the very nature of dark energy. You either learn how to fly and can sustain yourself under the circumstances, or you bow the fuck out, or you get consumed by those forces of darkness that you run parallel to. That is the very nature of how that works. So it's
know.
just, and it seems more dubious than it is because it's really just people wanting to cohort with other people who are like-minded so that they feel validated.
Well, I felt validated a whole bunch of times, but I didn't know there were like secret restrictions in
Yeah,
my real
you
life.
can say the wrong thing, you can do the wrong thing and forever be cut out because it's just not in line. It's just not.
I was just being me, and in my real life, I'm a trusted person, and I honor the trust that is bestowed upon me.
That's just
Okay,
natural to people, though. That's just how we divvy ourselves up. That's very basic human social psychology. And like, we wouldn't go to some random tribe in Africa and expect a Coca-Cola and a TV. Like,
well, that's happened.
yeah, we couldn't even expect monogamous relationships if we were stuck out there and had to live long term. There are tribes in Africa or somewhere in the world where when you stay as a guest in the house, you sleep with that man's wife the first night you're in there. What a wild, shocking cultural
Yeah,
difference.
yeah, and yeah, and you've got to as a guest nurse. Oh yeah, there's all those uh, rituals and stuff that we are not comfortable with, that we're not akin to, that we don't practice. But it's okay. It's okay if they do. I don't care. Doesn't affect me.
Well, I think that's symbolic of like a culture that hasn't really sorted itself out as to like what its values are. Because it's like I have the freedom and liberty to do as I say and choose, which may or may not contradict the baseline of rules, but nobody below the authority level of me can. And until I
Ah,
say it's an acceptable thing, because it's almost like it's not figured out whether or not it is acceptable, and anyone who's a follower can't be a dissenter or a problem causer. So whether or not it's right, it doesn't make a difference. If the leader hasn't discovered it to be a well-founded technique, then it's not acceptable. It doesn't matter. It's just not a part of the game.
it isn't. It isn't.
It's just not in the cards.
If anybody in the chat, okay, we've got 18 watching. Only a few are being. There's a link. If you scroll up, there's a link. I'll do it again. If anybody wants to
No,
come
and
on.
Miss Tree says torturing Todd was a horrible reflection on him. It's really not that bad. Like up until Todd got into rehab, it was just what the kid needed. And then after that point, it just became this excessive revenge act that just is falling on deaf ears all around them, I think.
Yeah, Deb, that's very astute. But I have no comment about that particular thing. But yeah, and there is an affinity, there is a likeness, there is an alignment uh, between two people that neither one of them would like to admit. But if anybody wants to
Mhm.
come on with us, about 4 or 5 lines up, come on and join us if you want. Otherwise, I'm gonna go have dinner and put on my pajamas. Yeah, Miss Tree, you've been around forever. Um, it did get hateful, and in Killendel's video, if you
I
guys
can't
haven't,
even see like what made it so hateful. I
I
miss.
can't either. I don't know when it tipped over.
I don't like even when Justin was threatening my kids. I was like, I don't think this guy has the capability to make such a thing happen. So I'm just gonna largely leave it at that. I might say a few words to kind of like jab back at him and make him think I know. Fuck you. Um, that was about the extent of it for me. But like the platform he has, I think just created a hyperbolic explosion of anger about it.
Uh,
Just like
uh,
how dare you come at me? I'm untouchable. It's like
uh,
if Todd's not untouchable, you're not untouchable. Like
yeah, and I didn't even come, Michael, and that was a comment about, I'm referring back to that comment about, um, yeah, and people are still kicked, even though Todd is not down anymore. And boy, he was kicked when he was down. And you know what? I got to be honest, a couple of times I poked him, but it was sort of constructive anyway. I will ever forever tell him he can't sing, but I think he's a brilliant lyricist. And I think
the
that's
weekend
where
can't
this
sing.
came.
Auto
Well,
tune makes it all good. like
yeah,
like if Todd was just willing to commit to a few devices, he could make hit tracks all day long. He could be a pop
oh,
artist
he's
all day
had
long.
devices. No, he said studio effects and stuff. Todd, sweetheart, you can't sing, but I think you do have talent, and I think you write great lyrics. You guys, he wrote a song for me off the top of his head. I love that song. It was one of his best things. But Lee Veltman still wants this song. Lee, Jolly, you want to come on? Eileen, do you want to come on? I think Grampy's. Good night, Melissa Boomer of the night. Thank you for being here. Jilly, you're listening. Okay, this is last call. If anybody wants to come on, click the link up there. You'll want it again. God, I feel like I'm begging. I don't want to be pathetic. If anybody wants to come on. Okay, that was last call, y'all. So, God, I got to vent. I have vented my spleen. I feel better. That's the boldest I've ever been about addressing Michael and Reamsy and a little Doc Savage. Wait, who's this? Lee Veltman. Okay, soon to follow is Jolly Bridge Burner because, they are joined at the hip. I often tell them, go get a room, you guys. Okay, hey, Lee.
We are not joined at the hip. She lives on the other side of the portal.
Well, it's sort of that silver thread.
Too true. Good show tonight, like we all had to say.
Thanks. Do you know Killendall, Lee?
Yeah, I've actually lurked in a few of the streams when he was gaming when you all would chat a couple of years back.
Oh, thanks.
Shows in a while.
God, I don't remember that. I remember so little about you, Lee. I know I thought you were Baz at one time, right?
No, they thought everyone thought people were that person or another person because they were socking up so much.
Oh, okay.
But
I always thought Lee was like a CIA shill, but on the good side of things.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Is Jolly coming on?
Oh, no.
Yes, Miss Tree. You can come. Miss Tree, are you shitting me?
There's be a first. I've always suspected Miss Tree as being a sock, so that
I have known Miss Tree for forever. Miss Tree was one of the very first people I met on YouTube.
She gave me a extremely nice message after like one of the first things I'd done on here that it was extremely validating, but it felt potentially like a bait. So I was like, my distance from it. Yeah.
I know.
Which is, I watched it all fall out a couple of years back with a bunch of the people you already know about. And I unsubbed from a lot of people over that stuff. And then it was about a year ago that it just, some people kept coming back to me about that same group of people. And I was just like, I guess that's, I don't know. To me, it all had to do with Shanty and Rev, and Lord Jesus Christ and that stuff. So I was like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. So I kind of just stayed in the dark. But now that it's coming back around, like says, I don't like to hear people are that unstable and on the edge. So I'm glad you all are doing the right things and reaching out and not turning your back. So it's not an easy, because you leave yourself open to get hurt again.
You know what?
You get lost,
It's easy. It's only the internet. It's easy.
Is it only the internet? Because look at the impact we see it have.
This has gone real world for a lot of people.
Yeah, and like, even though I wasn't someone who was targeted, just me handling the whatever material the internet is has ended up burning me in my life.
Yeah. Isn't that funny how that works? You don't even have to be deeply involved and you get a little scorched.
A little bit.
Hi, Jolly, asshole of the asshole merit badge. Jolly, do you know Killendall?
I do, sort of, from near now. I didn't before.
Killendall is a dear friend. He's always the smartest guy in the room. He's look at him. I told you about that self-deprecation.
She's trying to get me to tilt over one day and go full retard, I swear.
All right.
Well, those glasses are a good start, Killendall.
Yeah, they are.
They look so young.
I know. Doesn't he look like the ultimate nerd with those glasses?
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't have the pocket protector and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
The engineer look. Yeah. Respect,
Why do you sound like
man.
an expert, Lee?
Hey, now.
Lee knows. Lee can tag people. Yeah.
Hey, hold on a second.
Oh, you can. Yeah. So here we are, you guys. Thank you for being here. Lee and Jolly, Killingle, Lee, and Jolly have been just these lovely people who have glommed onto the grannies, and we are so proud of that. Uh, these are nice folks. They've gotten some bad raps
I've
over the
seen
years.
I've seen the big video I think they did where Lee was going through like a lot of these weird programs for like troubled youth or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh gosh, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Breaking code silent stuff. Yeah.
And it makes me think like we're definitely aware of some like higher level of interest that's valuable here, but it's like no one around here has been able to really hit the nail on the head as to what direction this should go. This kind of public giving a shit, noticing an issue of things, but still also recognizing that like psychics getting on YouTube claiming Atlantis this or that, you know, is
Lemuria, man. It's Lemuria.
yeah, Lemuria this or that is
Yeah.
also a part of the problem in some weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I just call it the New Age woo woo, and people go down that rabbit hole and don't see that it leads nowhere.
Oh boy, there's so much of that. I can't keep up with any of that. Lord, there's not enough time in the day to choose that for myself. But I rely on you guys to keep me up to date with Thank
Well,
you.
that's
Well, don't rely on me with that, because any of that crazy woo-woo stuff, believe
Oh.
me, I've been down some of those rabbit holes. I get lost down there and I love it. And unfortunately, I lose my mind every damn time. Only now have I got someone that'll come and grab me by the hair and drag me out. But unfortunately, then I have to hear about that for a little while later. So,
For a little while later, yeah, you just file your nails while you're listening. Yeah.
It's
and
just-
I'm not allowed to do that.
there's like just enough that makes you want to believe full tilt. Like when you see the power of intention affecting water crystals or like rice or
Oh
something.
dear Lord.
goodness me.
Yeah.
You know, like these little things almost act as like green flags. It's like, oh, the mystical
Green
shit's
flags.
here. It's like it's time to go full tilt into the
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly by the time I'm 50 with the power of my mind. And
You ever learned to levitate yet?
no, not yet, man. I have to get on that.
Just an
Live
ashtray.
food diet.
Well, you need to seek out the wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda so you can do astral travel and shit.
Yeah, like
I've got
Paramahansa Yogananda. I studied that guy for a long time. When I
Oh my
was a kid.
goodness.
Mm,
We
yeah.
here now, transcendental meditation.
Transcendental
shit, there we go.
meditation. That's a rock song, like on, it could be a part of the Barney Show. Transcendental meditation.
She's on her purple Barney stuff. Oh no, she goes.
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, I get sidetracked here. Sorry.
All right.
I still hold on to belief that people could fly or even time travel just off of their own spirit tech. You know, if we had refined ourselves to that level, I believe it's possible.
Time continuum.
And I
Oh,
also
no.
no, I believe like tattoos actually may be holding you back because it's about electromagnetic resonance, I think. And so when you start putting
Oh,
ink in
good
your
Lord.
body,
Please, let's
Yeah.
not
Well,
go
you can-
binaural beats or anything crazy, because I'll have to
Yeah.
exit the room.
You know what? You can sit back in a leather vibrating warming chair and just
Oh.
put on VR
Now, where can I
goggles.
buy one of these?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
That's more
That's
for
okay.
ladies, I think, than men. To be
we
honest
should
with
get a
you.
I'm
sponsor.
kidding. But we've gone somewhere else. Sorry.
Yeah, but you can visit that stuff in your head. It really doesn't have to be tangible in real life, because people will think you're fucking nuts for talking about that. So just shut the fuck up and do it in your head. Put on the VR goggles, sit back in your leather vibrating warming chair, and trip out.
no, that's the opposite of the message I'd send. I think the whole purpose of the congregation before us and the whole purpose of everything is to cut through the shit and actually find what's real and actually get there. Otherwise, we'll certainly explode
No, I
like
agree.
from the inside fucking out.
Inside
So-
my head is pretty real to me.
Yeah, but there's a lot of crazy spiders and other weird beings up in your head. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
There are not. There are not.
Mm,
Don't you talk about my intimate things. I
You
should
leave
share
the
with you,
spiders
you
alone,
fucking asshole.
okay? They're keeping us safe from Jiggy.
You signed an NDA, Lee.
Oops.
Oh,
Am I going to cease and desist in the mail?
Yeah,
Finally.
my people, my lawyer will call your lawyer.
mm.
Okay.
Your loyal's not a chanting chanter. But hey, just kidding. Shushing. Be quiet.
Oh, Lee.
I don't deal with ambulance chasers. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I have more
neither
dignity.
do I.
Right, don't even
You're going to
say
get a lawyer, you need to get a good one, right?
Oh, we're not judging CW. We don't know if
I'm
he's a
not
good
judging
one or
anyone.
bad.
I'm just making a random blanket statement.
Just
Okay?
random. So ever so
Just a random one.
random.
You're going across the streams now.
I'm not. Come on.
You know what? You know what? Wait.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Killing, what'd you do? Killendall, did we lose you?
He just
Killendall,
disappeared through the portal. He's gone.
you went poof. You went poof. But you know what? I am going to make a real. Okay, here's my public apology to CW Chanter. C-Dubs, Benny, Benjamin, dear, I once said just off the cuff that you had no soul, and that really hurt your feelings. And CW has mentioned it more than once, that I really hurt his feelings by saying he had no soul.
Who?
And it was just one of those, huh?
That guy with no soul. You know the one, Lee.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
one with the
yeah,
coat, yeah.
CW Chanter. I said he had no soul, and it really, really bent his feelers. And I did not mean for him to take that seriously. But you know what, CW, I heartily apologize. You know,
I know.
you have a sincere apology. You do have, of course, you do. Of course you do. But you know what?
And if you're lying,
I-
you're dying, right, Robin?
if I'm lying, I'm dying. But I do know
For love,
somebody
but I
who,
got forgiveness.
Sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to be serious, Robin. Go ahead.
oh
Sorry.
no, I'm done being serious.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Lee.
I'll go ahead. Anyway, there are other people who really do have no soul, CW, and you
Come on,
are
Mystery would
not
hit
to
the
be
link.
compared. What?
I was hoping Mystery would come on.
Mr. Killendall, what happened to you? Okay, I'm looking in my private messages on.
Hope he didn't lose reception or anything.
Oh no. Oh wait, there's a private message. Okay, that's a message from some Killendall. What happened to you? Did we bore the fuck out of him?
We were being too silly.
Don't be dead, Killendall. Did you die, or your cat's eating you as you're laying on the floor?
Oh no.
Why do the cats always have to be doing weird things?
I don't know, because cats
Hang
will
on,
do
is
that.
Calendula a crazy cat lady?
No, I don't think he has any pets. I was just being
Okay.
obtuse because, okay, now I'm worried about, God, did I offend Killendall? Did I?
No, if anything, we were just being too silly.
Eh,
You're
It couldn't have been me.
yeah. So after this is over, I got to catch up with the chat because they've been just carrying on over there. 18 watching now. Oh, we have 2 down thumbs. Hi, Michael.
Mm.
Michael, I'm sorry you don't like me anymore. Michael, I did not do an intentional betrayal of you. It isn't about you. It was about me and what I needed to do, Michael. I'm sorry you don't get that.
And what they're doing on Twitter itself. Like I said, they've accused people of being some things they're not, and it's been a few of them from that pocket. So, like I said, I've seen worse than this happen. Trust me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah,
with people.
yeah.
You did
but
nothing wrong, Rob, and you've got absolutely nothing to apologize for.
I know, and I
Um,
sat on this for months. I was really disrespected and bitch slapped, and I don't think I deserved it. But
no,
I
you
thought,
didn't,
oh,
and it's
okay, I
pretty
rolled with it.
disgusting, given the history and your family history, that you would be trying to do what you were trying to do, and for them to lash out the way they did. And
Thank you.
God forgive me for saying it, but for them to have ostracized you and gone after you and depersoned you the way they have is shameful in the extreme. I've seen that bunch of people do some really shitty things to people over the years. But I was pretty disgusted to see that as far as you went, just purely
Thanks.
because you have been such a good friend to them over the years.
Yeah, and it's
And for
been
not to
behind the
consider
scenes.
your history among, and your motivations for doing what you did, for such enlightened people, they're not really enlightened. That's all I would say. But
Yeah, thank you for that. God, I cannot express how good it does me to be validated like that, Jolly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I didn't come out here and ask for it, but I just had to say something after all, because damn, my feelings were hurt. It was a gut punch because I had been so loyal and so supportive. I was up Michael's ass for, yeah, but at least my absence now makes more room for everybody else who's still up there.
For everybody else that's stuck up there, yeah.
I know I left a vacancy, so yeah, now you got elbow room up in there.
I got blocked in their room a couple of years ago.
I'm sorry, what?
I got blocked on their channel a couple of years ago.
Well, I can believe that.
And I was just like, what the hell? I used to tell my friends to come over here and chat. This was one of the funnest chats to be in. And like I said, as I didn't get some of those people in there weren't joking. I thought a lot of them were joking. So like I said, that's where I was misunderstanding how serious some of their jokes were to them. And I got ostracized and labeled. And so like I said, you got to learn getting labeled and them coming at you with the same insults over and over. Like I said, they're definitely just trying to trigger you. But it takes you a long time to learn that, hey, they're going to go get their friends and their sock accounts and come into your chats and intentionally try to trigger you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So you live and learn, you grow. And like I said, I'm going to always respect you all for being loyal to Cosmo. That's what I call them.
Well, it didn't start out as a loyalty. We had been friends years ago.
Like I said, everyone needs someone in their life. And like I said, that's even on social media. Sometimes you don't have enough people in your real world to keep it real with you. And if your social media friends will keep it real with you and help you get the help you need, then so be it. That's why like I said, is I've lost too many friends in my real world to not be more careful about how I say and do things online now, because you never know who it might be the last time you talk with them even.
No kidding. No kidding. Yeah.
And I've seen people disappear for 2 years and then pop into a chat room. Hey, how you been? And it's like, where? Oh my God, I can't believe you're still around. And so, yeah, it's nice to see things where I see them settling down some. Other people see more drama coming along, but
yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of a toss up. We don't know what's happening in the future. I don't. We'll probably get. Oh God, there are 20 people watching now. Who are you guys? Who are you guys watching? Oh, 3 thumbs down.
Beauty.
Okay.
Amateur
you know what?
numbers, amateur.
That's it.
Yeah, 3 thumbs down. It's okay. I don't care.
Gee, we get 3 times that before we've even started, before we hit the go button.
Yeah, boy, I gotta catch up with y'all.
But I want to call something out real quick.
Do it.
Oh shit, here we go.
Someone said they don't ever show their soul.
What? Somebody said?
Yep. People can't come online without showing their true colors. So I'm glad everyone I know has shown their true colors, and very glad to know I can trust a lot of people. When a couple of years ago, I thought I couldn't trust anybody.
Mm.
And
Yeah, I had to learn a few hard lessons myself.
Well, see, crazily enough, I actually trusted quite a few people online for some reason.
Oh,
Some of
so
them
did I.
the going back, 8 years, 6 years, and what they've proven themselves to be in the last 3 months.
You know
It's
what?
been a real kick in the head,
yeah,
and
I agree.
I am at the point now that I just, once upon a time, not so much in my real life, but online, everyone would start from the same sort of level playing field, and I would give you a bit of room and decide, whether you were one of my sort of people or not one of my sort of people.
Yeah.
And I'm a lot smarter than that in real life, and I should have been a lot smarter than that online.
Oh
Because
God,
I
I
realized
totally.
that I let too many people get too close to me.
You know
That
what?
have hurt me. And I don't trust people now when I meet them online. I just
Well,
don't.
yeah,
And
not
when I say
online.
trust them,
No.
I it's not easy for me to, how would you say, be
Trust.
open with people.
Right.
Mm.
Because they'll take any little piece of information that you
And
say,
save it
or
as grist against you.
yeah. And
Isn't
and to see that some of the people that are doing it were friends of mine from 6 years ago, longer, some of them, has been disappointing. And then, we,
Making the videos that they're making now is where
some of the videos they're making is just hideous.
and the fact that
But
they're all avoiding that, like I says, we can't go into their chambers because we're blocked, but
yeah,
there's that whole echo chamber in that room where there's a topic that they avoid like the plague.
yeah. Funny that.
but like you said, Jolly, in real life, I am really good at sussing people out.
Me too.
Because when you see them face to face and look in
Yep.
their eyes,
You look
can,
in their eyes and you know what they are.
there's an energy exchange, and you can assess what you're getting from them. I have always been so good at that. I've gotten praise from higher ups but online, I have been fooled time after time after time. I think it's the lack of being able to be in people's essence and look in their eyes. I don't know, but man, I have failed at judging character online. I have failed over and over again. Shit, it's hard.
I want to see someone lose their shit a couple of times before I really, I'm going to start trusting them. If I see how they are when they've lost their shit and are completely angry, they're going to say the truth for whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that, at least I can respect that. It's these people who are always about the love and all the time, 24/7. There's no wrong, nothing. I don't see anything bad, and they never pick a side. It's just I get so fed up with those people. Sorry, I know I should sometimes, but it's just to see how many people have stood by in this situation, and I've seen people doing what they're doing and saying what they're saying in all these other chat rooms. It's like you're letting your friends insult other people, knowing they blocked them and wouldn't say it to their face.
Yeah.
So it's just something I'm kind of weird keyboard
and attack, and they will look the other way when it's their friends doing the attacking and hiding off in little quiet corners and running their mouths and
of that. People's judgment has just gone up their ass. Where's your backbone, people? Where's your backbone? Don't you have a thought of your
got to wonder
own?
about that, don't you? When did people learn or lose the ability?
Unlearn.
Yeah. Well, there just seems to be I don't know if it's cowardice or they've just lost their moral fiber, or
it might be just laziness,
a lack of internal fortitude, or what the hell it is. But I can't, in good conscience, when I see somebody that has a bunch of people going after him or going after him without a decent sort of reason for doing so, I can't just shut my mouth. I just can't. It's not right, you know. When people jump on and just keep coming and coming and coming and bringing their friends along for the ride, they don't realise the position that they're putting people in. And given I've known people that I used to interact with quite regularly that have taken their own lives because of online stuff. And
Oh God,
one
there's
of
that.
them was a few years back. And no, I'm not talking about Cappy, just in case anyone's listening. But at the moment, there's in a few pockets, there's some stuff kicking off, and the name just keeps getting brought up and brought up and brought up. And the people that were responsible for it are rewriting history by the stream, not just by the day, all blaming each other.
Oh, geez.
And Lee and I have spoken about it a number of times. He gets frustrated because every time I see a notification for one of their streams, before it even starts, I start running my mouth, whether I'm typing at him or I'm on Hangouts with him or whatever the case may be, because I know what they're going to do. And I also know that because that's a bunch of the most malignant, gang-stalking, doxing bastards that have gone into people's private lives more times than I can remember, I'm not really in a position to pull them all on, particularly at the moment while I have so many other people riding my ass like they are. But to see what they're doing is causing more people now. People that weren't aware of what happened back then are now getting involved in the fight here and now, and they know absolutely nothing about it. And because they're being lied to by everybody that was involved, I can see that there's going to be more deaths that happen because of this, whether or not it's now or in 18 months' time. It will happen, nothing surer, because there was more than one in this little group I'm talking about.
Oh boy,
and given it's getting so nasty over there, and Mystery Worm, and you know, she probably knows who I'm talking about.
Oh, honey, I'm glad I'm not over
and
there.
you know, and
That
to
would
know
break
that
my
a
heart.
bunch of those people were the ones in the chat room that doxed me. Yeah, classy bunch of people.
Oh God.
And given
Okay,
they come from a couple of countries, you know, and are involved in some of this other shit that's going on.
I think you need more sophisticated friends, sweetheart.
Oh no, we've got sophisticated friends now. And
okay. Well, so then you can drop the gutter snipes, the people who bring you down, maybe.
well, the problem we were having and are still having is the crossovers and the people who think this is a game.
Yeah.
And they don't get that people have been harassed online to the point where they've committed suicide, pulled up in each other's yards, swatted each other, doxed each other.
Oh man!
And now, since it's happened to them, they think it's a fun thing to do to other people.
Oh, okay. I live in LA, and this is smacks of gang wars. You know, I grew up in Pomona. I raised my kids in Pomona. Chino was like a hop and a skip from us. Big gang. That's what this sounds like.
Friends from there, and I don't talk about certain colors for a reason.
No, kidding. Be careful of the bandana you wear. Hey, Grampy Lobster, bring some levity, you old motherfucker. How are you?
Hey, you know, Los
hey,
Angeles.
You crusty old bastard. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. God, it's kind of dark today. I mean, you know, Los Angeles. There's parts of Los Angeles where you can get. Well, I don't know about now, but back in the day when the colors and all that stuff, when gangs, but there were parts of Los Angeles where if you wore a Dodger hat, you were going to get good chance you're going to get shot.
Doyers or
go Doyers.
Raiders. The
Oh.
Raiders Chuckers.
Yeah, fuck the Rangers.
Yeah, there's that. The sports people who would kill you
Yeah.
for wearing the wrong baseball cap.
No, gangs had nothing to do with um,
Oh, I know, I
sports.
know, but
You
they
know.
wore those hats.
Oh yeah.
Wait, six drops. There was a beaver moon,
Beaver full moon. Night before last, yeah.
a beaver moon. I don't know.
Well, they have the Oregon State Beavers.
I think she's talking about a phase of the moon, though, Grampy.
Oh,
It was
sorry.
a full moon.
Oh, the other night. Oh, Miss Tree was more of a mob chick over there. Really?
Oh.
You're at the mob? Ooh.
I was never jumped in.
You weren't? Yeah,
Nope.
yeah. Where's your balls, Lee?
I right
Still
soul.
firmly attached. Thank you.
Yeah, very firmly attached. Thank you very, very much. Very my chastity belt too, by the way.
Even say sunshine.
Oh my God.
Those cat ladies are after him.
God,
Gotta protect those family jewels now. God.
somebody want some of my oxygen? I mean,
Oh, yeah, pass it over here. Because I'm coughing. I'm dying over here. Yeah, pass the oxygen.
I'll bring that phlegm up, Robin. Come on.
Oh,
Oh, I know. Thump me on the back. Get some good activity going in there.
I heard you got that air purifier in the box, so it might help out with that.
What, Lee?
If you got that air purifier out of the box.
Oh, don't you dare jump on that fucking bandwagon, you asshole. My goddamn air purifier. Goddamn. You've been hanging out with me way too long.
So, I had to leave for a while, and I'm still confused.
What?
What was all these things about feelings and getting things off your chest tonight?
God, Grandpa, you're so fucking late to the party.
I know I had to do something, you know. But,
Rewind it. Okay, before you.
So we're doing one of those time loop
Let
things.
me help out
Yeah.
with this. How did you and Robin meet?
huh?
Did you and Robin meet through online YouTube stuff?
Yeah,
Hey, it doesn't matter. Why do you want to know how me and Robin met?
I know. Are you
the
getting rid
police?
of your
About is
doctor?
that
Why
Are
do
you a
wanna
lawyer?
know?
Are you an investigator? Huh?
Yeah.
online sleuth.
No, we met through the Psychic
Where did we
Vampire
meet?
show.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
where.
oh,
Go ahead,
that's
Robin.
when
Let you
Michael
explain
started hating you
Yeah, twice. But
twice.
It's like Michael's been hating on a few too many lately.
Okay, I'm going to share something kind of personal here. Because I knew what the relationship you didn't have with Michael, and that was when I was still at Michael's house, and I told him and I knew what was going on, and he wouldn't come on a show with you, with me and
Yeah.
Maggie.
Yeah.
You you heard Maggie and I talking behind the scenes, and your feelings got hurt, and I'm so sorry for that. But
yeah, I thought we were gonna,
I know. But where was I going with that? But I told
Oh.
Michael about your health issues. I figured anybody with a heart would go, "Oh, Jesus, fuck, I'm in." All that was said was, "Oh, I'm really sorry."
yeah.
That was my first biggest flag that there was a lack of soul there.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah. Well, fuck it.
Well, you remember the conversation that I had with you the first time that he got mad when he blocked me. You were in.
And I
when
said,
was like,
no.
well, you're a grown man, and I agreed. It was just I didn't
couldn't
understand.
be emissary. I could not be emissary.
Right. I didn't understand what I did.
I didn't
you know what
either.
I mean?
So I didn't know what to defend. And
Well,
so
did
I
you
said,
take your own fee?
I threw up my hands. I said, I can't.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
no,
I
I
understand.
didn't
I
say
wasn't.
that,
Yeah,
but
I
that was-
know. It was my,
Yeah, you're a grown man. Do it on your own
yeah,
or something
yeah.
like
But
that.
that's how
was,
confused I was because, but you weren't the only person that I asked. I was just like, what did I do?
I don't know
And
what you did to this day.
yeah, and you did the unthinkable. You betrayed him. So I mean,
Oh yeah, that
The great
happened all
betrayer
these
you
years
are,
later.
Robin.
Yeah, I betrayed him. Well, okay, think about yourself. That's cool. Attend to yourself, pay tribute to yourself. But you know what? I fucking pay tribute to myself too, motherfucker. I'm not talking about you, Grampy. I'm talking about somebody
well, you
else.
better not, because I'll come over there and slap you again.
Oh, I know. Don't do that again, please, please, please. I'm still
Obstacles can
stinging.
make you
Oh,
good.
it's okay, Robin. I'll lend you one of my paddles. You can sort it out.
Thanks. It's the one of the paddles with the holes in it.
The more painful ones.
Yeah, I understand you have an assortment.
Just make sure you got a good swing and your arms straight when you connect.
Oh, yeah, I know. And keep your eye on the ball. All that, just
Yeah.
like golf.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's all about the English. No, that's pool. Playing pool. It's all about the English. Of
Later, out of mine. Later, Deb.
bye, Deb. Thanks
Later,
for being here,
guys.
sweetheart.
So, have
yeah.
you got all your venting?
I have vented my spleen. I think I think,
More later.
but I do worry about Killendall. God, I hope he didn't feel. Oh wait, there's a private message. Who's the? Oh, it's another goddamn gift from you, Patrick. Oh, Grampy.
Oh, who doesn't know my fucking name again? I mean, by now, I mean, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I know.
Between Michelle Best and me.
There'll always be lobster to me.
Yeah.
You will
And
be
we have a
forever
PayPal with my name on it, too. So.
Yes, you do. Please give Grampy coffee money.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
But,
if you want to post it in the chat, post your fucking info in the chat.
well, I'm on the StreamYard side. I'm just fucking off, so.
Okay, well, fuck away.
Well, I am, so.
I
That's
know.
why I'm in here, so.
Yeah,
But,
you're in here. Well, thanks for showing up, Grampy.
well, I wouldn't rather. Well, yeah, there are other places I'd rather be,
Yeah, I don't have a date either.
Oh, you
Grampy,
cantankerous old bastard. Listen to you.
I know. There are other places I could be.
but no, I mean,
High demand, are you, mate?
oh yeah, I've got a rider and
old.
everything.
God, those old people in the wheelchairs downstairs. He's the
Oh, God.
superstar.
No. I just said I've never.
Racing to spend time.
You have to have a sense of humor to be where I'm at,
But you have an elevator. Have
I'm in
all the sense
Oklahoma.
of humor.
Yeah, we got an elevator. Fuck yeah, 9 floors. Well, 10 floors, but we're on the 9th. So.
You're on. Is the lower level parking?
No, parking outside.
There's no parking under the building.
Where the fuck do you think I live? This isn't Manhattan.
Or Los Angeles. We have
No.
parking under everywhere here.
I know.
No, you don't have parking there.
No, yeah, that's exactly
Well,
right.
you have to have a parking pass. You got to pay money for it.
I've known people that paid more for their parking a month than they did for their fucking mortgage.
God, isn't that obscene? Yeah.
Yeah, I drove to LA once. Actually, I've been there a couple times, and I had to learn the hard way that you need to prepare for parking.
You have to have dollars in your pocket or a valid debit or credit card for this. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, paying for it's the easy part. It's finding one that's available. Is the hard
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
know.
a lot of times it's just as expensive to park somewhere as it is to go to the event that you're going to.
Yeah, and even if you're going to a restaurant, the adjacent parking is $20 minimum. $20. That's for the first hour. And that's over where on Fairfax here in LA. Garden of Allah. Nice restaurant. They have good food at $20.
What is that, a
First-
Muslim place? I could have figured out.
No.
Now you've gone Muslim, Robin, huh?
No, she still eats bacon.
Oh, good. Well, I saw you were eating in a Muslim place, and I thought, you know, next thing you were going to start yelling.
It's called Garden of Allah because they have belly dancing on the weekends. But it's
Ooh, they're looking for work.
yeah, I had a bellatini one time because I was
Slim
there
down
on
that belly, Lee.
What is that? Is that like a Muslim lap dance or some shit like that?
it's close because when my
When them
daughter
girls
was,
with a hijab come up to you like with over her face and
don't you talk to
Okay.
me about that shit. I was there for my daughter who was putting herself through law school, and she was part of this belly dancing troupe, and she appeared at the Garden of Allah, and she was a belly dancer. And so I had a belly teeny. It was a martini that was blue. It was the most disgusting shit. But I have pictures of Garden of Allah. I think it was actually owned by Armenians.
oh my
but
god. Well, you
Garden
know
of
those
Allah-
Armenians. Jeez.
They produced Cher. Cher was Armenian.
Oh god.
Sarkisian, that is Fresno Indian right there,
If
y'all.
I could turn back time, gypsies,
Half-breed.
tramps, and thieves.
That's all I ever heard. Half breed.
I'm a
God.
whore.
How I
I fuck
learned
Greg
to hate the
Allman.
word.
The dogs are gonna start howling.
Who do you think she liked better in bed,
What?
Greg Allman
I'm
or
gonna slap the shit out of you.
Sonny Bono?
What, Grampy? What'd you
Huh?
say, Grampy? You forgot, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, the
You did.
Kardashians are Armenian too, says Eileen Eben.
Oh God, I hate to.
I don't hate them. They're just so invalid. Why are they famous?
Yeah, I know. It's like that's some of the most
Well,
Yeah.
have you heard this guy named OJ?
What? OJ. Yeah, that OJ Simpson thing. Yeah.
OJ's. Well,
Yeah, or what's her name's husband was the attorney for that. That's how the Kardashians got
Yep.
famous at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure
Stephen
you-
Ronan. Stephen Ronan loves Kim. Oh, Stephen Ronan, you're so gay.
yeah, some things are just gay, you know.
Well,
Loving a girl gay.
who loves Kim? You love Kim? Why?
She got a big booty.
Why is she famous? Yeah,
What
all
if-
that cosmetic stuff. Yeah.
Cause you know Greg Allman fucked Cher for a while. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant, Mrs. Tree.
Well, and they had progeny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, it's almost 6:00. When did we come on here? I think I need to have dinner.
Well, like you were having us on. It was an enjoyable chat.
You need to get a drink and just shut up and start talking.
I know I was already really wasted when I came on here, and now it's
I know.
like,
Melanie for you.
I kept thinking, my God, she's hammered.
why? I
It
was.
sounds like me when I'm like totally out of it and I have no idea where I'm
Don't
going.
you? I don't sound like you. I'm not a crustacean.
It's like, where the fuck is she going with this?
Well, who's opening a pack of crisps, as
Yeah.
Maggie would say?
Isn't that you,
No.
Lee?
No, I got a box of Triscuits, man. I love Triscuits.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Sorry.
Triscuits, those little waffly crackers.
Yeah, I love Triscuits.
Do you really? I'll bet you like grape nuts
Have them by
too.
themselves. They're too dry.
Mm.
You got cheese, apples, grapes. What you got?
So, I don't know. I like them, man. I mean, what the fuck? I mean,
I'll
now you
bet
guys
you
are
like
judging.
shredded wheat without milk.
No.
No,
I-
did I offend you?
I don't know that I haven't had shredded wheat in. Have you ever known me to have shredded wheat? Oh, she's on the
He's
couch sleeping.
asking his wife.
Oh.
I can't remember the last time in my life I ever
Me
had
neither, but
shredded wheat.
I remember it from my childhood, and you had to soak it a long time in the
Oh
milk
yeah,
with sugar and maybe a berry here that shredded. And then they came out with shredded wheat minis or juniors,
spoon size.
spoon size shredded wheat. They were easier
Yeah.
to
Frosted is the
chew.
only way to go.
Yeah,
What,
frosted mini wheats, man, that's the bomb. I
oh,
love
those are
those.
deadly. I can eat those without anything. They're like
Cinnamon
mainlining.
toast crunch. God damn, fuck.
Oh, geez, now
Yeah,
you're
we
getting
can.
really bizarre. Cinnamon. Honey Nut Cheerios. What a travesty. I like plain Cheerios. Plain. I also like Rice Krispies. Plain old Rice Krispies.
See, to
But
me, Rice Krispies itself is nothing.
Rice Krispie treats are the bomb.
Oh my god, yeah.
what?
Rice Krispies, you know, there's nothing to Rice Krispies. I mean, if you're like for breakfast, I always felt like I didn't eat anything, but
Boy, you gotta slice up a banana or
well,
something.
yeah, but the Rice Krispies itself, I mean, if you gotta put something in it so it tastes like something, you know.
Well, be creative.
Well, why couldn't they make a cereal that just tasted like something instead of them going, "Oh, we're gonna make a cereal that doesn't taste like anything." So you can put whatever you want. Myself, a bunch of milk and sugar, right? And I would get my
Yeah.
sugar fixed that way.
Yeah, yeah. It's sort of like tofu. It's nothing until you get creative with it.
Okay, tofu is just nasty. No,
Oh,
No.
yeah.
the
No,
texture.
Well, the only thing is I like Rice Krispie treats. Tofu treats, I don't think would be the same thing.
Strawberry
Well,
frogs
yeah,
are the
you
only way
got
to
that.
go.
I give you
Okay,
that,
I got to
Greg.
run, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for having me, Robin. You're a sweetheart.
Bye, doll.
See you,
Nice
boys.
meeting.
Be
Bye,
good.
sweetheart. I love you, dear.
I
Bye.
love you too. Gotcha.
See ya. Okay, I at last she's gone. God.
Eva.
Yeah. I'm about to fold up too, y'all. Sorry the folks in the chat didn't click. It could have been a big giant free for all, but it wasn't. But you know what? We four carried it off. Thank you guys so much.
Well, I'm sorry I was late. I forgot because I was doing stuff, and then I was like, "Oh, Robin's still on."
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's Robin. You know what? I asked Jiggy if he was going to do a thing, and he didn't answer me. So I thought, okay, I need to come jump. So here we are. Thank you guys again so much for being here.
You know, off your chest.
What, honey?
I'm just glad you got it out. Don't need to hold that kind of stuff in.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, it's not like it was plaguing me or anything, but sometimes I got this little niggle at the back of my head, and okay.
Sometimes you just gotta say something.
And it's not that fucking serious. It's not my real life. These people don't pay my bills.
Right. I get it.
As a matter of fact, I've helped pay a few people's bills. So the money went that way. So, damn it. Yeah, I did it. Thank you guys for witnessing that. You're being witnessed. We'll probably get some comments. I don't care.
Well,
I don't care.
Thank you so much for letting me come in.
Oh, you're welcome, Grampy, and thank you.
See, I don't have to be a smart ass,
Well, I love you, you motherfucker. Lee, thanks again for being here.
Thanks. I'll talk to you later, Robin.
Okay,
Bye,
see you,
y'all.
sweetheart. Bye, Lee. Thank you again. Okay,
Bye, you.
see you somewhere else. Okay, you guys, everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. Gosh, there's still 15 watching. Thank you so much for listening to me whinge. And it's my fucking channel. I do what I want, and I did this. Boy, I sound tough, don't I? But anyway, you guys, I love every damn one of you. Thank you again. And I'm going to go have dinner. Join us, me and with the 89.9% Maggie show on Wednesday, where Maggie does stuff for free. She drops cards. They're oracle cards. We don't call her a tarot reader because that's not what she does. Tell your friends, join us on Wednesday. It's a hoot. And now I'm getting hoarse. Okay, you guys, bye.